The other thing I wanted to just touch on is what happened this afternoon, and it has gone on pretty much all day long. It was quite the event that Glenn Beck and the Blaze put on today out in Iowa.
The great state.
Freedom Summit, yes, where almost all the candidates. President Trump was not there. He's at TPUSA, which we'll be covering all day tomorrow, right here on Real America's Voice. But out there, the Blaze and Glenn Beck and his people put together really a fascinating day. Number one, to score Tucker Carlson as your moderator is quite the score, given obviously it's the hottest topic in political news right now and what his future is going to be. We have some news on that actually as well. So he moderated this thing where all of the candidates who decided to participate, some of who are now have seen their life flash in front of their eyes. Asa Hutchinson,
wow,
Tim Scott. I got to see those two. Mike Pence.
Oh, my goodness.
Got to see a little bit of Pence.
Well, that's the funny thing, because during the day, I'm like, why is Mike Pence trending? Like, I had no idea. And then I saw one clip, and I'm like, oh, my goodness.
I mean,
this is brutal.
I mean, call 911 on all three of them. Those were the first three out of the box. Tim Scott, Asa Hutchinson, and Mike Pence. Call 911 now. Call the fire department now. They all three got so scorched.
You'd have to defibrillate.
Oh my
Break
God!
It
Was. I almost had to do this at some point watching it because it was so brutal. Tucker is so good as a moderator; it's stupid. That's how good he is.
And he was looking
because he's
right
smarter
in the
than
face.
you.
Yes.
He will not let you get away with a non-answer. And his positions, like them or not, at least for that audience and most of Middle America and most of the people who are going to watch that, he's totally in line with. So, I mean, it was not that Asa Hutchinson needed a lot of help. That campaign needed a lot of help. But, I mean, the charade is over. I mean, just pack it in tonight and say, thank you very much. It's been a fun ride. And I'm going to go back and whatever. Pence, the same thing. I mean, Pence glared at Tucker a couple times in those exchanges, like he wanted to kill him.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he wanted to kill him.
Well, there was one point where he laughed in his face, like Tucker laughed in Pence's face.
I mean, he just. I can't tell you how it was almost. I don't know. It was almost hard to watch at parts. It was so brutal. I mean, in such a good way.
Yeah.
It was so brutal. With Tim Scott asking him about Ukraine, Asa Hutchinson, he comes out of the box and asks him about the bill he vetoed on gender reassignment surgery. And he just will not let you off the hook. He will not. And Pence, the January 6th discussion and the Ukraine discussion, it was brutal. And you will never get that in any typical debate style where these guys are all standing on stage. They hide behind their platitudes and their campaign slogans and and the time of it all. And we got to move to the next. This, I mean, you're just exposed.
This is almost like a town hall type of setting.
Oh, it's one-on-one for a half an hour in front of the audience, and he's not going to let you get away with anything.
No, and
you are going to take a position, like it or not. And if you don't, you're going to be exposed. And you shouldn't go there if you don't have your ducks in order. I don't know why these guys go there. Again, I've referred back to the old Imus White House Correspondents' Dinner when he went down there and smoked the Clintons. You asked him to come. You know what he does, that he goes and does what he does, and you act outraged.
You get upset.
You know what Tucker does. You know how good he is, and you sit there, and then you get torched.
Right.
It was scary.
If anything, it's a class for the people that call themselves journalists. This is how journalism is done.
Oh, man.
You ask direct questions, and you demand answers.
Yeah.